Hello everybody, welcome to Big Balloon Nation, InflationAnimationEngineer.com, where we teach you how to twist balloons, love STEM, and engineer winners for success. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It is the most wonderful time of the year. And one of the things that makes it a wonderful time of the year are all the beautiful colors and flowers. Did you know what a poinsettia is? You know, the poinsettia has actually got lots of names. You may actually call it the Christmas star. Some people call it the Christmas flower. In some nations, they call it the Mexican flare leaf. And then the winter rose. Some people call it the lobster flower. No matter what you call it, it is just a beautiful flower. Just made a burping sound with this balloon. I love that because if you don't burp the balloon, it actually is going to be too tight when I get ready to twist it to something. And so, but no matter what you call the poinsettia, it is December's flower of the month. And so it's a beautiful flower, and rightly so. So I want to show you how to make a balloon poinsettia. But before I do, did you know the history of how the poinsettia came about? It actually comes from a Mexican legend. It's really cool. There was a little child who was on its way to church on Christmas Eve and didn't have any money for a present, a cake, and so actually picked some weeds to take with him to the Christmas Eve service. When he got there, put the weeds on the altar, and then the choir started singing and the congregation began to sing, and as everybody sang, they looked at the weeds and they began to turn into beautiful red and green and white flowers, which is pretty cool. Did you know that actually the green leaves are not actually the flowers? They're just green leaves. And so when this particular one, we're going to come in, we're not going to have a big long stem, so we're going to make it kind of short. So about 3 fingers equals 3 inches. So we'll come in and we'll just make a big long bubble out this way to make it like an angle there. So there's one. So that is the first leaf. What's cool about the poinsettia is all of the leaves, all of the shapes are different sizes. So you don't have to make it even. So I'm going to just make about 3 or 4 of these to where it comes in. So you can see we've got a little bitty top. There we go. And I've got just 3 there. And that way I've got a good long handle for this particular one. So we've got just 3 leaves because all we're trying to do is to form a foundation for the red part that goes on top. So let's get a red balloon. So I could do it a couple ways. I could begin to fold those over like I did with the leaves, but there's an easier way. At any time, an engineer can find an easy way to do something. We should always use the best use of our time and the best use of our resources. So I'm just going to tie a knot in the end. So I take the nose and the tail and tie a knot in it, just like I tie my tennis shoes, okay? And so now I've got a circle, just like a circle. And then what I'll do, I want the 2 sides, so I could get a tape measure out and measure both sides. But if I just take it and pull it, it begins to change the shape. It's not a circle anymore. But now I've got 2 equal sides. So now I just kind of mark off this side over here. This one's already marked because it's the ties. I push it together, smush it if you would. I smush it and twist it. Now I've got 2 even circles. It looks like the number 8 or the sign for infinity. To infinity and beyond, right? Okay, so we've got that, and now I'm going to fold those over, and then I kind of tug a little bit, gives me a good flavor feel of where the other side is, and then I push it together. Now I've got 4 even sides. They don't have to be completely even, but close to it. Now I've got the top for my poinsettia. I've got my stem and my other leaf for my poinsettia. I'll just take this, I'm going to tuck up on this so you can feel it. See here, right here, when I pull up, I've got a little bit of space that will just tuck right inside of that. Now, if we were doing a flower, we would have left a longer stem, but the poinsettia is a little bit different, so that's important. But if you'll notice, now I've got the red leaves and I've got the green leaves that surround it as well. You know what's interesting? You know, this is not actually the flower. This is the leaves. The red, the green, the white, the burgundy, the flower is actually a little bit of yellow inside. So I'm going to take this yellow, and then by just taking the yellow and pulling it inside there, didn't have to blow it up. All I'm doing is just bringing a little bit of color into it. And by doing so, I've now got it just right inside there. That actually is the flowers of the poinsettia, and the red and the green, the plant outside, that's actually just leaves. It's pretty cool and very pretty. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I want to give you your very own poinsettia, but you can make your very own poinsettia yourself, because if you want to know more, you can go online and read more about it. You can go to your local library and get a book. You can go to inflationanimationengineer.com and learn how you can become an inflation animation engineer. Until next time, keep looking up. You'll see more. Stay positive, test negative, and Merry Christmas.